The Tralfamadorians' impact on Billy Pilgrim. Tralfamadorians are alien-like beings who are 2 feet high and green and shaped like Plumber's friends. At the top of each shaft was a little hand with a green eye in its palm. These creatures can also see in the 4th dimension, which has a major impact on Billy's life. Through the course of Billy's war journey, he learns the way of life for the Tralfamadorians. These philosophies are based on the concepts of death, time, and optimism. Throughout Vonnegut's novel, Slaughterhouse 5, the Tralfamadorians have an influential impact on Billy because of their philosophies. One of the philosophies that shows the Tralfamadorians' impact is the concept that death is not a sad concept. It is a factor in life that people need to overcome and not harp on. Billy Pilgrim states, "Now, when I myself hear that somebody is dead, I simply shrug and say what the Tralfamadorians say about dead people, which is, so it goes." Living in the 4th dimension allows the Tralfamadorians to move on with everyday life instead of mourning over death. In the same moment that a creature is dead, they can see before their death. Billy is impacted by the new Tralfamadorian philosophy to accept the concept of death. Billy realizes that a person has lived through a lot before death, therefore it is not something to harp on. Another philosophy described by the Tralfamadorians is the concept of time. While Billy is on Tralfamador, they express the idea that time is irrelevant. One Tralfamadorian tells Billy, "All moments, past, present, and future, have always existed, always will exist." The Tralfamadorians' idea is similar to a movie, because when a movie is finished, there is always a beginning, middle, and end. After the completion, there is no editing or revising of the film. The Tralfamadorians see that moments in time have already occurred and will always occur in the same manner. They teach Billy that time is irrelevant and that people on Earth should always be focused on the present. In another situation, the Tralfamadorians teach their most crucial philosophy. This law regards how people should mainly focus on certain times and is taught to Billy when he is in a zoo. The Tralfamadorians tell him, "That's one thing Earthlings might learn to do, if they tried hard enough. Ignore the awful times and concentrate on the good ones." By teaching Billy this, the Tralfamadorians explain the significance of using optimism. They tell him specifically to focus on the good times instead of the bad. This impact helps Billy to believe that everything is going to end up in a certain way, so it doesn't matter how he gets there. After the event, Billy starts to take on his influential philosophies and live life on the positive side, ignoring all conflicts. Over the course of Billy's abduction on Tralfamador, he learns several Tralfamadorian philosophies. They teach the basic principles of death, time, and optimism, and leave an influential impact on Billy. Readers of Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse 5 should comprehend these philosophies and use them on an everyday basis. People need to ignore death, live life in the present, and think on the bright side. Kurt Vonnegut's message to the reader is shown through the Tralfamadorians' impact on Billy.